Hello, folks. This is one of SonicSong182's live streams. Enjoy.
Hello everybody! Happy Friday! This is KN, director of SonicSong182. Never mind that Goku is here. He and Big have morphed to assist us with, body size and posing for Storm the Albatross because this poor man needs actual, new drawing so he can, do cameos and stuff like how Jet and Wave have been lately. Jet has, a full set of artwork, but Wave has, this one render that, I can use for when she shows up here and there, so good for her, but Storm doesn't, so, I had a little vote going, and you guys, picked to have me do Storm today instead of, a different stream style. Yep, Luke O'Sullivan said they have performed the fusion technique! It's true. Princess Vertera said, Big Coup! Yeah, I don't know how to... Their names are so short, I don't know how else we would blend them. Also, hi guys! I think I'll do Cam today, so, we can have the extra entertainment of me sitting here staring at a singular screen for 2 hours while I attempt to draw this gigantic, muscular animal man. Hello? Hello? I almost forgot I have to put my little brace on because... I don't know what I did to it. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just there's a nerve here that's giving me some trouble. But I've got work to do, man, so I'm just bracing it up to give it a little bit of extra strength, and we keep working as normal. I have a coffee, I've got some sunflower seeds. I'm ready. I got my snacks. I'm good to go. Yeah, hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I think, I'm going to sip this first. I've got Donald Duck in the background and Donald Duck in the foreground. We love it. Oh, it's hot. This was a gift from Jen, by the way. It's a 3 Caballeros little drinking mug to keep my coffee hot, so thank you. Excellent. That'll keep it warm as I completely forget that I need to drink the thing. Kit the Amateur Art Gal asked, what is with Big and Goku fusing? They're just there to help me figure out how I'm gonna do, Storm's pose, because I want him to do, that pose, and, the buff anime man I could find doing it was, Goku. And I do know that Storm needs to be around Big's render's size. I had them kind of comparable previously. By the way, check out this blast from the past. This was, everybody's, old renders before they had poses, when they just had, they just stood, one pose for everybody, and it was just their facial expressions that changed. This picture is ancient now. But that was, the 2013 full cast here. And this group was already a redesign from their original ones. This was, their second iteration? And then they had a third iteration where I didn't do, the pupils in the eyes. I kind of went a stylistic route when I first came back, in 2016. And then the current group is their modern version. Okay, let's go ahead and, I just had that, as a reference to see how I had drawn Storm the last time. I've got other reference images all over the place, so hopefully I will be able to draw this creature. Here's him screaming a bunch from, Sonic Freeriders, so that'll also help with what he's supposed to look like, so good for us. Oh, I see everyone's saying the nostalgia is hitting, and Lele Bunny said, you've gotten so good at drawing. I did maybe improve a little bit over time. But yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves started. What is this? Oh, I had this whole line of like expressions that Storm had made, just so I remember. So let's do this. Storm faces ref, and these are Goku big. Big Ku. Okay, Big Ku. And this was... I'm labeling my layers now so I don't get confused in a second. And wave and... old school. There we go. Lele Bunny also said a little bit. Don't underestimate yourself. Well, it's been like 10 years. I guess one could expect to improve a little bit as long as they're drawing regularly. I don't actually draw as much as I'd like to. It's been a long time since I've done a personal piece, for example. I barely know how to start here. I need like a picture of this for the size reference. I need to do the sketch of friggin'... I need like a whole body of Storm. How about this one? I am gonna need to look up a better image of his shoes later. Oh! I'm on the wrong layer. Okay. This is the one. Let's do... Storm Reg. Okay, here we go. That'll remind me what he looks like. This is certainly not a character that I drew often. Okay, so, he can go there. Alright, the first thing I guess I'm gonna do is kind of try to do a sketch over Big Ku here. And these guys need to turn down a little bit in opacity. Okay. I gotta twist it a little bit just to get the nerves going. Okay. Not Zenderman said, I have to go soon, but I have some time. Well, thank you for dropping by even for a little bit. I appreciate the visit, everybody. There's lots and lots of people you could spend some of your time with on a Friday. It's a popular streaming day, so anyone who spends a little of that time with me, I appreciate it. Oh, I'm getting work texts already. I just got here. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. That's my other job. Okay, alright. So, oh, this is the wrong brush, by the way. Let's go to my normal brush and size down to about 7 is the point I drew the others in. I'll call this my sketch. Okay, well first, oh! Pressure sensitivity is not turned on. Okay, that's better. Fujifama said, fun Friday time, baby! Yes, it is time. I was a little bit late today. I basically always am, and I'm sorry for that. I'm always running around trying to like do too much at once. Today though, I was just about ready to start on time. I got my cameras and everything set up. But I accidentally unplugged the entire computer because I knocked a lamp off the desk. I was a total ninja at first because the lamp has like I knocked a lamp off of my desk that's usually lighting up my area. I caught it with my pinky on the bad hand, unfortunately. I caught the lamp with my pinky and I was like, freaking ninja! But at the same moment, I also unplugged my desktop computer, so everything shut down. I was like, at least the lamp did not break. Send Love Studios said trying to do too much. Story of my life. Yeah, I think everybody's hustling these days. Thank you, Super Epic Toad Bros. They were saying, what's up, Ken? How was your day? Oh, it's good so far. I was just saying I was running around trying to do too much, and yet at the same time, I feel like I didn't actually do enough. I didn't do enough this morning, so I was a bit dissatisfied. I've been to the gym today, so that was good. So at least I did that. I took care of my physical health. How am I gonna do your shoes, man? I don't even know. I think I'm gonna have them be forward facing. Alright, Mr. Buff Triangle Man. Man, what did I even do this morning? I'm trying to finish some, like, Among Us on the Ark editing, but there's lots of, personal life stuff happening right now, and so I ended up attending to that for most of the morning, and so because I got, like, no editing done, I was like, ugh. And MartyMan641, thank you for the 5 Nux Bucks. They said hi KN, happy Friday. I think you should do a Blaze collab with the verified Silver the Hedgehog YouTube channel hosted by Yoshizilla at some point. Do you mean the one that comes to visit in the live chat sometimes? I think it could be interesting, maybe, as long as we established pretty firmly that it's another alternate dimension Silver, because, like, I already have a Silver voice actor, and I don't want to make my own team uncomfortable by me performing with alternate versions of their characters. Like, I'm not replacing you guys, I swear. It's an alternate universe. What does this man's tail look like? It's an alternate universe version of you, so... Because, yeah, because it could be fun. If I had more time to coordinate, I wouldn't mind doing more collaborations. It's just hard to find the time. Storm the Albatross. Now, I don't know that I want to be looking at this man's butt on Google to see what his tail looks like, so I am gonna keep that search term vague. And thank goodness Google Images didn't get weird about it. I just need to see... What the heck is this? Oh, there we go. I just need to see the back angle of this man, thank you. Okay, he's just got like a little... whoop, like that. Alright, it looks something like that. Alright. Always be careful what you're looking up on Google Images. I've seen... Ah! I looked slightly further down, and yes, it got weird immediately. Oh no! I'm navigating away from this. I didn't need to see that. Running away, running away. Oh god, yeah, sorry, I got startled by some beautiful artwork while trying to look for an image of Storm the Albatross's tail. You can, I'll leave it to your imagination what I just saw. You know what? It was drawn very nicely. It's just not what I was looking for. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. All right. I just broke my brain. What's happening? Hi guys. Yeah, that was interesting. Blacksmith, the Mad Blacksmith 1170, thank you for your message. They said, hey there, I hope you enjoyed your Valentine's Day with whomever you hold dear. I, for one, took my niece for a walk, so I wasn't alone this year. Well, that's very nice. I had a lovely Valentine's Day. I baked a Linzer cookie recipe with my friend, and my friends also, they cooked a nice dinner and shared some with me, so that was very nice as well. And I text messaged with my grandma and my grandpa. I talked to my mom. It was a good time. And I got my episode out, so that always that's always a relief when I finish on time. Okay, and it's just a sketch. Okay, I don't have to worry about this. Okay, he's got some big, like, actual floof here. And then kind of like under floof there. Alright, sir. I'm gonna do a separate thing for the arms. Okay, Goku, this is what you were here for. Let me turn off the rest of the sketch here. Alright, this is so I can get the pose right. The Evil Dalek said, I missed the first 13 minutes, but I'm here now. That's okay. Ooh. That's alright. I was late to my own stream, but I usually am. Okay, so there's the shape of the hand goes like this. Arms this way. Fingers would then curl like that, and he's got like bigger hands than Goku would have, so they'd maybe be this size. And he's got kind of like, they're not like thick muscle man arms like Goku has, they're a little bit more stick-like. Okay, and so let's see. And then up here on the fist, let me turn Goku off for a second so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, because obviously this man has totally different proportions than Goku does. And he's wearing gloves, and I think that they kind of... He's got, like, this kind. Okay, Goku, come back! This also probably isn't gonna work out, like... The anatomy of the Sonic characters is totally different than, like, a human character, so... After the sketch phase, it'll be pretty different. Okay. That gives me an idea of the pose. Thank you, Goku. You have now served your assistance here. Oh, not wave. I wanted to... It looks like Big's gonna beat somebody up. Alright. Yeah, and also actually Big, that's good too. So, we've got... this part, the arms. Now let's kind of mess with the sizing on the arms. There we go, because they're not gonna be in that position exactly. No! I deleted it instead. I fixed it! It's okay. Everything's alright. Ultimate Chaos Power said Big is Nappa confirmed. I thought about using a reference of Nappa, but I ended up not going with him because I didn't see... Maybe Nappa is doing this position in some photo, but the first one I found was Goku. I typed in on Google, like, big buff anime punching fist man pose. I think that's what my search term was, and Goku's comes up. I'm like, well, that makes sense. Thank you for the message, Livy Games. They said, hi, KN, I hope you're doing well. 40 months is quite a long time. Yes, it is. That is multiple years, and I thank you for being with me that long. Ultimate Smasher said, hi, awesome Goku. And Agent Nova said, the art skill is over 9,000! Oh, maybe not that high. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Storm, I now am not quite able to use that reference. I have to look at my own drawings of Storm. I want to kind of go with the same route that I did back in the day with his face shapes. So let's get the top one. Alright. Copy, paste the top one. Looks like he's got like a giant neck. Oh god, that's way too big. This is basically intended to be like a redraw of his original form, so this is good. Storm ref, there we go. Millie and the sweet girl said, Stoku. Yes. He has now become Stoku! Oh, that's a very specific username. Thank you. SonicSong182 fan 1? It doesn't even say your whole name. Hang on a second. Oh, 199. Thank you for the 5 Nux bucks. I said, hello, Can. I'm new here. I make Super Smash Bros. Ultimate custom stages of you. Have you been to San Diego Comic-Con International? They've got a lot of stuff there. Nope, I've never been to the San Diego Comic-Con. I've actually never been to a Comic-Con in general. I have been to Anime Expo, but that's the only, like, that's like the only, like, convention type thing of that sort that I've ever been to. So, nope on Comic-Con, but many of my friends have gone before. What was it? Oh yeah. I'm trying to remember where I put that reference image. Where did I just put that? Are you up here? Oh, it is. Okay, that means I need to move. I'm always putting stuff in the wrong area. There we go. Okay, now let's zoom in. He looks so confused and concerned right now. Alright. Agent Nova said if Storm was Goku, then who are Jet and Wave? I really don't think that Storm could get away with being Goku. And you know what, I honestly don't know who they would sync up with best. I guess Jet, well, Wave probably would be Bulma. They're like inventors. They work with, machines and vehicles and stuff. But Jet and Storm, I'm really not sure. Let me see if I can get this guy's face going. Hold on. Oh. Well, also, I'm gonna turn down the other part of the body sketch. I'll turn that up later. Okay. Sorry, my concentration is beginning. Let me just turn that off in general. I want to draw him basically the same as I did the other time, so I'm just gonna go over my old work for now. That'll also speed things up a little bit instead of, but I'm gonna draw him smiling right now. Here we go, mister. Your nostril is awaiting. You're gonna... I made him like a little bit... I sharpened some of the curves here. And I think I'll curve this up a little more this time. Let's see. Does it look like... Oh, it looks like an alright beak. It's imposing. I only changed it a little bit shape-wise. Oh, I just remembered. I have snacks. I can't eat too many of those. I have to talk also. And Ultimate Chaos Power asked, I heard someone called Bulma Bunny used to voice Wave in your channel, is that right? That is right. Technically she still does, but I'm like the Wave understudy, so half of the time you hear Wave speak on the channel, it's me. The other half of the time, it's that same actress that you mean. Welcome to the chat, Super Striker Yoshi. And hello, welcome, Carlin Arts. I got to eat one seed as a snack. Sunflower seeds are one of my favorite snacks. Nice and hot. I just have a black coffee today, nothing special over there, so... Alright, so, anyway, yeah. Actually, I actually need to make this separate. Beak, because I do need to be able to make his face move, so that means his giant, weird eyebrows. I'm kind of going with a slightly sharper style on him now. Like, I'm going over my old lines, but as you can see, I'm sort of adjusting it a little bit. Eyebrow, wait. Foreground, okay. This one. That's a little better. Although this is gonna look a little bit weird, but I am gonna finish connecting the line on that one. There we go. Sorry, hold on a second. I'm answering questions for my other job. One moment, please. Sorry. I have to bring up the laptop. I do many things all at once, so I can... I'm answering an inquiry about a schedule, so people don't get confused. There we go, I have informed the client. Alright, we might get that doot-doot-doot noise a little bit here and there, so I'm gonna turn this down so it won't be as loud, and maybe not place my phone against my... Where do I put I have no room. Where am I supposed to put everything? Ah! At least I can see it from there. Okay, hello, I'm back. Michael the Wolf said you're not using an actual reference for Storm. I am, but I'm mostly referencing my old work because I'm just basically doing a redraw of the same dude, but I do have also, like, regular reference images for Storm. I just have them turned off now. I was using them before when I was doing his, sketch. But right now I want to draw basically the same face he had before, but I'm sharpening him up a little bit. Kubo Bojarski said, if I may ask, have you ever heard of a game called Freedom Planet? I've heard about it. I don't know much about that one. One of my friends used to play it a lot, though. If I'm thinking of the right one, I might not be. You might have to describe it. Because there's two things that sound the same. I've mixed them up before. Okay. Two different eyebrows here. Okay, yeah. Time to draw some eyes. Or at least, I messed up. Messed up. Everyone loves circles. I refuse to use the circle to- Ugh. Please, hand, work with me. My hand's a little unsteady, but I'm doing my best. I'm going in. Come on, draw a circle, please. Still not good enough. I could use the circle tool, yes. However, I feel like using my regular hand. There. That seems alright. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We can do this. we can draw. Okay. But for the next part here, I'm gonna separate the eyes. I shouldn't have done that on the same thing here. This is, let me double check. Okay, this is the foreground eye. And we've also got the rear hand eye. Okay, but we are gonna use a copy paste for the pupils part. Look at him and his terrifying blank-eyed stare. Horrifying. Okay. He's kind of scary. It's okay. It's okay. He's beautiful. He's beautiful. Okay. And these two things together make up the pupil for... I have to draw his face in a bunch of little pieces so that he can, like, glance around and blink and stuff for his little character render, so I have to take my time on that one. Okay, rear eye. Let's do the same. Make it... Oh, gosh, what happened? Oh, no. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Okay. I'm also gonna maybe make sure it's roughly the same size. It would be slightly smaller than the other eye. Okay. And a little smaller. Just one. Well, he's gonna look a little bit like a maniac regardless because Storm regularly does, so I can't do much about that. I'm satisfied with that, so let's merge this together. No! Like this. Oh, those are not letters. Pupil. Pupil. Rear hand. Ugh. I am not typing this correctly. There we go. Okay. Okay. This is... Nah, what is this? Okay, I just moved everything a little in the wrong place. Okay. We'll call this eyes. This is brows. And we're gonna worry about facial expressions later. I have to finish, like, drawing the guy. So, here we go. Oh, Super Sci-Fi Dude 1980 was saying, "Hi Ken, I just came in a few minutes ago, so I don't know if you've already been asked this, but how do you feel about Maria being confirmed for the Sonic movie, and do you think they're going to show her tragic backstory?" Sounds good. I hope that I don't know. I hope that the kid playing her has a good time. I think she's pretty aware of what happens with the character in the Sonic franchise. I think she's been in on jokes about it, so I think she understands what she's been hired to do. And I feel like they'll probably at least show what happened to her about as much as, like, you know, any of the games have, because, like, Sega's never quite shied away from that. Although, I remember in the 4Kids dub of the Sonic X anime, they were like, oh yeah, Maria got, taken away by Child Protective Services, and Shadow never saw her again. But, Sega itself didn't, like, take that approach, so I'm pretty sure we'll see maybe something, but I doubt it'd be, like, terrifically graphic or something like that. I think they're gonna probably take the same approach they usually do. Welcome, Princess Nikia. Alright, let me draw this man's head. Okay. This is the... Oh, lyrical, thank you! I'll read that in just a second, but I really appreciate it. Let me get... I just have to... Oh... I forgot. I actually have to draw more of Storm's eye than you see here. Because his eyebrow is gonna be movable. What kind of eraser is this? This is not doing what I need. It's gotta be way sharper than that. That was horrible. Okay... Oh, I forgot I switched tools. Huh? Oh. I was getting another work-related text message. I always gotta really watch for them because I coordinate schedules and stuff at my other job, and I work with clients and things, so oftentimes nearly all questions go through me, so I gotta be ready to go in case they have something urgent they need to ask. Mastered UI Sonic was saying, does Wave have a new VA or does Bulma Bunny still play her? It's the same person, just under a different name. Like, she's changed usernames, like, plenty of times over the years. I mean, we've all been online together for, like, over 10 years now, so it's always been her or me. She and I kind of go back and forth on who's playing Wave at any given time. So half of the time you've heard her in shows and performances, it's been her, and the other half of the time it's been me. So, both of us, but technically she's the official and I'm the active understudy. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to draw Storm's head. I'll pause a second so I don't lose track of Lyrical's message, though. Thank you, Lyrical, for the 20 Nux bucks. They said, hi, KN, my fiance and I laughed at the new episode together. She actually admired how much better the production quality's gotten over the years, too, which warms my heart. Now she wants to start submitting questions, too. Oh, yeah, the production on Ask the Sonic Heroes, and even in, like, the Chaos Chord version, have changed a lot over the years. From the art style to, like, the way the characters move to them having, like, one static pose where only their heads sometimes moved, versus now all the main characters have 8 different poses they can pop between, and I know how to, like, make them kind of simulate movement. I could technically maybe fully animate them, but I don't do that, because then it takes me long enough to make an episode. You guys already know that, but if I tried to, like, animate them or lip sync them or something, man, I'd be like, here's Ask the Sonic Heroes biannual episode. It's been a year and a half, and here we go, if we're lucky. I have great respect for people who are able to do animations regularly. The style I do on Ask the Sonic Heroes is, it's supposed to simplify things, but I have a problem to where if I get better at doing something, I dig in and I then make the project more complex. I can't just leave well enough alone and let it be easy Like, I've got a great idea. Chaos Chord is technically easier than regular episodes to edit. I got a great idea. Let's make them super long. Oh my goodness. And I was on a business trip the whole time I was doing the Valentine's Day episode of Chaos Chord this last time, so I think I might have lost a lot of sleep trying to do everything all at once. Okay, let's see. I got one eyeball. I hope that those lines are okay. Let me actually turn the eyebrows off. That probably would have been a good idea. Oh, what is this? Just a teeny bit off there. Okay, I was just cleaning that up a little tiny bit. Ah. Michael the Wolf said, please make sure you take care of yourself, KN. Thank you. I do my best. Unfortunately, YouTube is an environment where you really have to finish things and get them uploaded, or else, of course, YouTube will not give you money to feed yourself with. A problem that I had in, like, January is I spent a lot of time making stuff. I was working on a couple episodes of Among Us on the Ark, and I was also working on the Ask the Sonic Heroes episode, but because I was working on them, but I didn't complete them, my goodness, I really did not get a whole lot in YouTube AdSense at all. It was not good. So you gotta somehow, like, when you're a content creator or a YouTuber, you gotta find some kind of balance between finishing projects and getting them uploaded, so, like, you know, YouTube will actually, like, put ads on them and you can make money to feed yourself, and also making sure you get enough rest and you don't get this happening. I'll bring this up again really quick. Hang on. Unfortunately, while I was editing the episode, I started having a wrist problem. I don't think it's carpal tunnel. Probably because I don't have all of the symptoms of it, because they say you're supposed to have, like, numbness when that happens. I don't really know. I think it's a sprain, probably. There's, like, a nerve right here, and most of the time it's fine, unless I'm doing this motion or this motion. If I try to bend it back like this, or this motion, which is unfortunately a lot of things with me doing my laptop editing, it was starting to cause some problems, and so, like, for 5 days after I noticed it was an issue, I was like, I'm busy! I'm just gonna keep going! But then it just got worse, so I'm like, oh, now I have to put a brace on it, just so it offers some support, so that's good, but there's not a lot of time to stop. Because if I don't finish my project, YouTube's like, well, I guess you have nothing this month. So, oops. I was glad I managed to do some live streams over with Jim on Sasso Studios. That was nice, because we got to do a couple of good shows after my first live stream just exploded everywhere. Now, my first live stream on, like, the, when I was on my business trip, the internet on my laptop did not hold us playing Among Us at all. That ended up being, like, that stream exploded a bunch of times. We ended up bootlegging it. I was, like, live streaming from my phone, pointing at my computer while trying to play like this. It was nuts. I think a lot of you guys were probably there, so you saw how it went. Ultimate Foe said, I'm assuming YouTube doesn't pay a lot then. No, I had made just enough to pay my bills for the last few years, which was excellent. That was mostly due to you guys and your support. Thank you. Just in general, just for being there watching videos and being here on the live streams and you know, everybody's various forms of support. Thank you so much. But the thing about YouTube is if you don't complete projects regularly, you get a little bit punished for that in terms of, like, revenue stuff. I think that's why vlogging is so popular, and because it's a little easier to just, like, share your day-to-day life with people. I guess as long as you have an interesting life, I guess. I really can't do that. That's just not my stuff is long form, like, edited content, so it takes me too long to make stuff, and so that's where my problem is. Ultimate Foe said, vlog your life. My life would be so boring to watch. You know what I do all day? It looks like this. Use my laptop, hang on. It would be like, I'm like, here's my vlog, my life. Ha ha ha, what a funny edit. It would just look, that's literally like what I do all day, and then I run at the gym for a while. I don't do, I'm a very quiet, uninteresting, lifestyled person. I eat my seeds. I drink my coffee. I live very simply. I don't think I've got like the lifestyle that makes for good vlogging content. And like I mentioned, I also coordinate schedules at my other job, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm sending some information. Let's see. I'm doing that one again. Oh. Sorry, there's a detailed question. I get many like I said before, all questions feed through me, so I have I gotta send everyone the information. So they know what's going on. Here we go. I think, okay, ETA is, oh, it's, yes. Okay, there we go. Let's focus. Sunstroke said, why does Storm look crazy? It's the eyes. It's the eyes. Anyway, let me back up. The real 33 Panda Gamer said, this is why you have another job. Yeah, that's true. I actually used to have 3 jobs, which was the YouTube, this current job where I do the schedule coordinating, and I had like a third job that like, well, I had a third job as well. It was basically an office job. Actually, pretty soon I have to get a third job again, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so my schedule is probably gonna change a bunch, but I'm trying to keep my streaming schedule the same at least. But yeah, I'm in for the third job situation again pretty soon. So yay! Backing up a little bit, thank you Starkiller, they said #HugsFreakAN, you have our respects. Yes, pay your respects. Mastered UI Sonic said, I really want to see Gadget in Among Us with Maria one day. I don't think he's interested in those sorts of games, so I don't think that we're gonna have him in there. Michael the Wolf said, I was there, referring to that bootleg Among Us stream we did. It was, we did our best. At least it was funny. At the very least, I think I've got a good sense of humor about things, so... RJXN said, third counting YouTube? Yes, third counting YouTube. I do consider YouTube to be, a job because technically it's where I make the most money, but it's still not a lot. I mean, it was better before, but, January was really not very good. But like I said, it's just because I didn't actually finish enough projects. Like, I barely put out any videos, so that's, like, on me. I gotta get more stuff done, and I'll do better. So, that's how it goes. Evil Dalek said, I was there as well. I finally managed to get into a game. That was fun. Oh, don't worry, Lily Bunny. Let's draw more of Storm. I have to draw his scary eyes, because we're already, like, technically our halfway point. Okay, this is, face. These sections of his face don't move, so, I can draw them all on the same layer. Yeah, we'll draw and have some fun here. Storm, you've got some strange eyes, man. They don't even match now. I need to draw them to match. Why is this side so much thicker than the other side? I'm just drawing too aggressively, I guess. I think I need to thicken the lines on this side. There we go. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just trying to make like the line thickness match. I noticed I was too gentle on this side. Okay, there we go. It looks nuts right now, but when he's got all of his stuff colored, it'll make sense because, just as like as a reference here, I'm not even gonna color pick this properly. This is just an example. Once I'm actually coloring his face, you won't see the overlap on like these little sections here. So he's gonna look better when he's colored, but like I was saying before, in order to get like his face to function, I've got to draw all the pieces separately. So that's why he looks nuts. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna leave this color block here just because it helps us visualize a little bit better. Color block, color block. Here we go. There, alright, so now, like, you can kind of see how the overlap is starting to work. A Luigi fan, they said, how scary are Storm's eyes is the question. I tried to make him slightly less scary, but he's just got scary eyes in general. Blainstorm1 said, have you considered Patreon, like Belena Productions? Well, I've had that suggestion before, but I don't think I can offer anything that's, like, worth people subscribing to a Patreon. So I've just got, like, my cute little channel memberships thing, because then at least people can use emojis and we have fun. But, like, on a Patreon, you're supposed to, like, offer stuff, but I barely have time to finish my projects as it is. I wouldn't be able to dedicate enough time to it, so I don't think it'd be fair for people for me to try to do that. Oh dear, Super Striker Yoshi said, after I quit my job, I'm gonna get my driver's license, get my own house, and make content for YouTube. Those are some excellent long-term goals. I hope it all works out for you. I would say don't quit your job until you have your YouTube channel, like, working for you, if that's what your, if that's what your goal is, to try to have YouTube pay your bills. I've been there, I'm technically there, and I've been barely able to pay bills, but that's kind of diminished lately. There's just been a lot of things that happened on YouTube in the last couple of years that made it harder. But yeah, keep your regular job until, like, your YouTube is performing for you. Unless you happen to be rich. Like, in that case, that's fine. You go, do what you want, do what you want. But yeah, I still have my other job, and I did have 3 jobs, including the YouTube, before. I only shifted to doing YouTube, like, as a primary job because, like, 2020 basically kicked me out from my 3rd job. So I was like, well, I make just enough to make this work, so that's the only reason, and I didn't have, like, a house. I had, like, an apartment that was this big. Club Penguin Girl, I don't know a whole lot about Ko-fi. I think the best I can do is the YouTube memberships, probably, and just trying to make more content so I deserve the, like, attention and the ad revenue and stuff. That's the simple truth. You have to make stuff in order to, like, support it. If I happen to be supremely rich, which would be great, I would just make everything for fun. But, you strike a balance, I guess. Oh yeah, I need to draw this man's head. I was working on his head. Where is... Oh, face. I called it face. Okay. Pretty sure I'm not gonna have his goggles moving around much either. Well, let me double check what his goggles look like in the regular reference. I'm pretty sure I drew them normal. Yeah, pretty simple. And They look like they dig into his head, honestly, but they're behind his eyebrows. I don't know how that works exactly, but that's what I did here, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did the first time. Man, this artwork is so old. This was back when I used a completely different program. It was like it was a vector drawing program. I think that Adobe purchased this program and then renamed it to Illustrator? I'm not sure about that. That's just what I like thought happened. But it used to, the one I used when I was drawing like this storm render was called MX Freehand. Maddie Harris said, how did Goku help you out as a reference? You'd have to look at the earlier stream, but what happened was, let me turn off, I'm gonna forget what layers we're supposed to be on. But I had Goku's, like, standing position as, like, a reference here. Where is this man? Where did I put everything? There we go. Like that. I want Storm to stand in this position. I've been working on his face for a little bit, so I don't have, like, his other sketch stuff up, but, see, this was his, general body sketch, and then this is the arms, so let me turn up the opacity on the arms. You see that? That was being referenced from Goku's pose. Just doing, like, the hand and fist beat 'em up thing. But that's how Goku assisted us. I know it says that on the title. It's like, thanks, Goku! Agent Nova said, have you tried Jackbox? I think it's a pretty good game to stream. Oh yeah, we've been streaming, Jackbox for years. I think back when the newest one was Jackbox 3, and now they're like, what, they're at least at 7. Did they get to 8 and 9 already? I think maybe they did. Alright, let me turn, oh, look at him. Oh, it's haunting. It was sort of scary. It got scarier! Okay, here we go. Yeah, I need my sketch on. So yeah, he's gonna be in this position, but I'm not quite that far yet. I'm trying to draw his head. There we go. But this is, my original artwork of him from, like, pre-2014, and so I'm basically just drawing the same head I had before, but I'm cleaning it up a little bit. That is where we are currently. Oh yeah, his eyebrows are gonna move a little bit. I have to draw further than, oh, I have to turn off the eyebrows, in fact. I have to draw further down than you can technically see, because when his eyebrows move, you're gonna be able to see more of the goggles, so I have to remember that. Oh, I don't know exactly how this works physically, like I said, but we're doing our best. No, it has to go down more because at the same time, his eyebrows do have to cover it because that's just how his design works. Okay, I accept this. This looks fine. And let's see. Storm, what does the back of your head look like? Turn your head, sir. Turn your head, sir. I don't want to look it up on Google again. I already shocked myself once today. You did not need to see that. To each their own. What does your head look like? Or at least the part I can see. I had to, like, in order for me to be able to move his head a little bit easier, I had to draw his hair poking out more than it actually does, because technically it should be behind his head, like down here and behind his shoulder, but that would make his render a lot harder to work with, so I kind of have to simplify some things for that reason. Can I give you your other... I don't think I like the way that looks. I think it's better just having it sideways. Oh. Oh, man. I didn't need to see that either. That wasn't as shocking as the last one, but, it happens. Yeah, so, well, there is, Storm's head anyway. I get to... Oh, can I do that? gonna have to think about what to do about that later. I need to get, like, his body shape in there. I just realized, like, his goggle comes down here. I think I can't do that. I'm gonna call this one Top Head. Okay, your face, sir. I didn't mean to have your goggle piece come down into the eye area. That does not make sense. So let's see. I gotta fix this section, and then I'll check on you guys in the chat again in just a moment. We're gonna end the goggle there. It's a little messy here. Let me clean it up. I don't want to mess with my lines too much. There we go. And let's see. There we go. Okay, now the goggle is behind his head properly, and we do have Storm's disembodied head floating around. I'll turn on the sketch here so we know where we're going. This is our road map, anyway. Although I'm gonna have to. Is this it? Yep. All this stuff. Let's just call this the head. Alright, because I'm gonna have to... Oh! I got part of the sketch in there by accident. Excuse me. Let's bring it down a little bit, because he's a little more set into his shape than that. There we go. Okay, this is good. This is good. Ah! Oh, sorry about your AirPods, it's me world. You know what, like, one of my biggest pet peeves are? I'm, like, such a chill person. I don't get frustrated or irritated quickly, except when my AirPods die. If they, like, die or disconnect when I'm not expecting it, and I was, like, charging it and everything, I'm just like, time to listen to my music and do my job. What do you mean they're dead? It makes me so mad. What I've been doing, like, I've got, like, some Skull Candy headphones, and, I've been having trouble with them charging lately, which has been really frustrating, but, my workaround for entertaining myself while I'm jogging at the gym, I guess, is when I do have sound, I can watch Yu Yu Hakusho. When I do not have sound, I watch a subtitled anime, just muted so it doesn't bother other people at the gym. I just have to kind of squint at it a little bit because I'm watching shows on a rectangle this small. Yeah, so then I have to, but I think it's, I forget how it's pronounced because I haven't heard them speak it out loud. It's called Frieren. It's about an elf. And I'm sorry, I got more coordinating to do real quick. But that's what I do when I have to, like, listen, to, like, I either have sound and I can watch a regular show, or I have something else that I can watch where it's just visual only. Okay. And then Sweet said, what about a podcast? Well, technically, I live stream on average twice a week. I'm not really sure what the difference between that and podcasting would be. Like I said, I don't do a whole lot. If I was to, like, do a podcast like, hi, here's my week as Kea, and I'd be like, well, I jogged, and I edited, I drank some coffee. I've been on, or I'm scheduled to be on, 2 different podcasts for my friends, though. Generally, they pick a topic and they host about it, and then I just say my thoughts on some things. So that has been fun. Alright. Thank you, Pink Roses Sonomy. They said, hello, hope everyone's had a great Valentine's Day 2 days ago. Mine was surprisingly good, despite it usually being cursed. Sorry, your Valentine's Days are normally cursed. That's unfortunate. Mine are always mellow and pleasant. J. King said, how far do you jog every day? I don't know. I run for about an hour and a half, but it's on a treadmill, so I'm not, like, going anywhere. When I was running outside more, like, I haven't because it got to being the winter. It was too cold out. But when I was running outside, it was usually on average about 5 miles or 5.5. So maybe that helps. I don't like the... Well, I don't really know how this body shape's gonna look once we get there. There's something strange about it. I think. I don't know, maybe it's like a height issue, shoulder issue? I don't quite know yet. But let's give this a shot. We're gonna make this one thing, call it a sketch. I do need a better shot of Storm's shoes, but let's get his primary body in there first. Okay, sir, you're gonna have to get a little smaller. And I'm gonna angle him a little bit. Alright, and this is a physical geometric object. I am just gonna draw on top of it to make sure I have the shapes right. And, like, simplified probably, so... Ah! Okay, let's go. Stay smooth, hand. There we go. Alright, that does help me understand the shape a little bit better. Like, what's going on with this one? I think this is like some kind of angled square. Let me get the shape. And my thing's gonna be maybe a little more simplified in comparison. Okay, let's turn that off, and I'll do the rest myself. Here we go. And up. Here. Maybe. Yeah, I need a little help getting the geometric shape idea going there, but I don't want to have it help me too much. Just a little bit to get started. That was too messy, the last one. Here. Is this clean enough? Maybe. Sorry, concentrating squad. Looks good, I think. I think it looks good. Okay. Rachel Shoulder said, I just got here and I legit thought he was wearing double glasses. Maybe. I don't know. Maddie Harris said, Storm's a big fella. Yes, he's quite large. It's Me World said, I usually have dinner with family on Valentine's Day. Michael the Wolf said, Valentine's Day has always been like every other normal day for me. All good, all fair. Because for some people, it's just Happy Wednesday. All I've ever done for Valentine's Day was basically, I make an episode because I love theming. So holiday themes bring me great joy. So I sit there and I make an adorable episode that I recorded with my very good friends. And so generally my Valentine's Day celebration for like 10 years or something has been, I put like a little video out to share with the public, and we all have a fun, adorable time watching the thing. Sometimes I get to bake something myself or bake something with a friend. I send messages to my sister and my parents and my grandparents and my other family members and friends, just hoping that they have like a nice day, because there's many different forms of love, everybody. So it's just a nice day to let other people know you care about them. It doesn't matter what your relationship with them is. I know that, the more popular thing is like, oh yes, the day for romantic relationships. It doesn't have to be. When I lived with my grandparents, my grandpa always, he'd get flowers for grandma, and then he'd get me and grandma some chocolate strawberries. Yay! I missed that this year because it was kind of a tradition. I just don't, I don't live in the same area as them now. But yeah, no matter who it is that you have in your life, you just, you know, you can just show them you care about them just by, like, a quick text saying, like, Happy Valentine's Day. Or you can have chocolate for yourself. And worst case scenario, if Valentine's Day is a horrible day for you and you hate that holiday, chocolate goes on sale the next day, yeah! Sweet said my mom gave me 2 small squishmallows and chocolate for Valentine's. Sometimes I play games with my friends, but this year we didn't. That is a-okay. I made some delightful cookies with my buddy Jen. I can show you what the cookies look like. I hope no one from work texts me at this exact moment when I have the... can I get it on the... I don't think it's gonna focus. You guys kind of get the idea. Oh, if I turn it to the side, it kind of works. Jen and I made Linzer cookies. Ooh. So basically it was like a jelly cookie that's like sandwiched, and it turned out delightful. It had like a nice, it had a nice powdered sugar on the top, and she made a nice dinner with her husband, and actually gave they gave me some also. It's hard to... I mean, I went and ate in my own area. I really don't think you guys can see this. Alas. Maybe if I go further back? You'll never know, but I'm sure it looks kind of fun from that distance. Please! Please, adjust! Show them the image! Ugh! I'm the worst live streamer ever. I'm doing my best, I swear. Please, please. Well, anyway, it's a beverage, some sparkling cider, and a souffle. Oh, there. It's a horrible shot, but it kind of works. And there's noodles and steak, okay? I really did my best. Jen is a fabulous baker and a fabulous chef also. But I just spent it with friends. And I talked to my family on that day, so that was pretty much it. Yeah, for just a second, it showed up. Sorry, Ultimate Free. I experienced that myself, when I was, about 10 years old, so, it's unfortunate. But I hope that you're able to navigate the situation well over time. It gets better. It's hard right now, but it gets better. J King said, what kind of phone do you have? I have an iPhone 6S. It's definitely not the newest one, but it works, so I don't need to have like the new one that comes out every year. Definitely not. I will use this thing until it dies on me. Okay, let's get back to Storm here. I never get a lot done during my art streams. I'm always a little too busy, like, hanging out. I'm sorry about this. Okay, I'll put the gemstones... Oh, stop moving around. His jewelry is gonna maybe go there. Okay, which does mean I'm gonna draw over the top of it, but someday if he gets a pose set, I'm gonna need to be able to see those gemstones, so it's gonna work. Alright, let's get some work done here. I need to get, you know, it's, I'm always sad to draw over the top of, like, some nice chest floof, but I gotta, to figure out where the arms are supposed to go. But first, the other part of the jewelry layer, I'm gonna do, like, this. Oh, my hand is not steady. No, that's not gonna work. Ugh! Stop! Cease. Okay. Let's bring it up more and in, because I have to make sure it goes, like, through... Oh, wait. I have to make sure it goes through both of these sections here. Or both gemstones, I mean. So that means it has to be kind of slim here. I'm gonna do it like that. I'll just double my layer. Let me me merge that. Can I do it again? Okay, that is mostly just to make it match. I think that's fair enough. Merge those. Let me do the other side. We're drawing Storm's bling here. Yeah, that works out okay. And his jewelry is not really gonna move, and if it does, I'll just redraw it, so... Yeah, I just wanted to check how that looked. Does that look okay? Maybe it's a little too structured. Sir. Nah, it's fine, right? It's fine. I'm gonna make it its own layer, though. Jewelry. There we go. Thank you, Reed Maxie. They said it looks amazing so far. Well, thank you. I haven't gotten all that far for how long we've been streaming. I was too busy chatting with you guys, so... Oh no, did something happen to someone's dog? I didn't even see that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was responding to something else entirely. Oh, there. Crossmere girl, I'm sorry. But at least you got to say some goodbyes. It's always sad. It's an unfortunate part of life, but everyone goes through it, I guess. Hello, Brady the Hedge Wolf. They were saying, hi, everyone. Welcome to the chat. I have not got a lot done, but I'm working on it. Okay. He's got Mega Floof. And it goes like all the way down here, so let me just make sure my lines are... Oh, now I'm overdoing it. Cease. Desist. Okay. Actually, it's okay to keep them a little slimmer. It makes the other chest flute stand out a little bit better. Maybe it's... Yeah, I think that's a little better. And let's actually move over a little bit. I think I'll be happier about that in later. Give him a little tuft there. Okay, and let's call this chest floof. Sorry, I was just looking at you guys over in the chat. There's Brady the Hedgewolf and Brady speaking to each other. So I just noticed the two names that were similar. Welcome, welcome. Okay, now I need to get like the Goku arms back in here, I think. But the sketch, that's the one. We'll keep this on there so we know where his head is, but we are gonna have to turn down the layer on the chest floof so I can see what I'm doing. It is kind of getting a little complicated here. I can't see very well. Alright, we're gonna start with his hands. He's got big meaty claws, so I can't make them that thin. They should just be thick like this. There, I think that works for me. And double checking. Oh, that's not the best reference of his glove. Do I have to go back to... I don't want to go back here. Oh no, yeah, I was cursed immediately. Okay, so it is just like a black band here, and then the gloves kind of poof up. They've got like a leather lining like that, but I need to be a little more careful about the lining. Alright, that looks good. Do you have a buckle on your glove? Huh. That might just be a shine mark. I need to actually see what he looks like here. Sir. Show me your gloves. Stop posing so dynamically and show me your gloves. Here's... No, I think that's just like a little shine mark. Okay, well. Alright, let me bring up where I can see them. Genie Beanie Bofini was saying, big meaty claws! Yes. And I give giant glove. Oh, not like that. Yeah. Well, let me... Alright, he has his chest sleeve sticking out over there. And I know he's got his little fire lines on his arms. Let me get the... Nah, not like that. Just cut it off there. And here... Might be too big. Nah. 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 It's got some flair to it. I think it's okay, though. Too much flair. Wait. His other glove was a little simpler, so... No, sir. Your shoulder has to be a little closer. Yeah, I think that's gonna... like that, and we'll get rid of this little tip there. Let me just do it again. Sometimes you gotta go like a full smooth line for it to look right. Nah, do it again. Never satisfied. Let me double check that I'm not missing something on the group coordinating. Looks good so far. Okay, no emergencies happening while I'm not looking. MM Sweet said, how about looking at the GE plush of him? I do have his GE plush, so I probably could, like, get him out of the store air. Like, I have a bunch of shelves over there where I keep my little guys. Kel978 said, I wonder if those fire lines the Babylon rogues have on their arms are birthmark or tattoos. Either way, they're cool. Well, all three of them have it, so it might just be like the feather design that's coordinated with like their people. Alright, let's see. Yeah, and some of this is not gonna make so much sense with me drawing all the pieces here, but when I have, like, the colors in the right place, it will. Alright, oh, he's covering his entire gemstone. Can't have that. I'm just gonna cheat this a little and have it, slightly more visible. Because I do need his arms to be up pretty high. Maybe I can take it down a notch. Nah, that looks weird. It really has to be right there. Okay. Storm, is there anything I can do with your head? You can go a little more forward. Looks good. Okay. Let's maybe lean him slightly forward. He's kind of hunched over. Genie Beanie said, Wave's top is actually cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, she's got some style. I like the feathers that she has on the top. Oh gosh. Vindo, thank you for this. Vindo was saying, what's your favorite felony that Storm the Albatross has committed? I don't know, man. He's managed to evade prison time, so I think that the worst of whatever he's done, he probably hasn't been caught for it. Hey, Vinny, are you streaming today? You doing live stream? Like, let me see. in case, I think most of you guys know who, like, Vinny is, but in case anyone here is new, because I feel like I see some new faces today, Vindo is my Shadow the Hedgehog voice actor. He's been Shadow's voice actor since the very, very beginning, back in 2008, so he and I are, like, long-term friends, and he's a maniac. Yeah, MM Sweet's like, nope, never heard of him. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who he is, but like I said, I think there are some new people in the chat today. Vinny's doing some Jackbox today, so I think I know where I should send you guys once the stream ends. Are you playing with your guests, Vinny, or are you playing alone? Super Sci-Fi said I didn't actually know that. Nice to meet you, Mr. Shadow, sir. He's playing with his guests. He has many friend over. I couldn't come, unfortunately, because I had work, but... Brady said, I stumbled upon this channel again after years. Ask the Sonic Heroes is my childhood. Well, thank you. I'm glad you found us again. That still is kind of incredible to hear. We've been doing this series and doing stuff on Sonic Song for so long that people have grown up with our material. It's kind of wild. Laylee Bunny said, can you remind me when this series started? I kind of forgot. Well, the SonicSong182 YouTube channel, my sister and I started it in 2008 in the summer. And we made, like, story videos with plushies back at that time. But in 2010, we started the Ask the Sonic Heroes show. So, it's technically 14 years old, Ask the Sonic Heroes is, even though the channel itself is older than that. But we were on hiatus for like a solid 3 or 4 years, somewhere in the middle of all that, so it's hard to say what counts. Alright, let me keep going. I got time. What am I doing? Oh yeah. I had 2 sunflower seeds and like 2 sips of coffee. It's good. J. King says, how old are you? I'm ancient. I'm about 93 and a half. I am your grandmother. All of you here in the chat, you are my grandchildren. Don't let this face fool you. I have good genes from my Filipino heritage. So I'm very, very, very old. I am an ancient eldritch being. However, I am benevolent, and my only desire in this world is to make people happy and to live a chill life. So that's what I'm doing with my my ancient 93-year-old energy. Yep, no, let me look up, I've got a photo of what I actually look like. This is, of my false face that I wear. Never mind the fact that I have, like, a webcam on at the moment. This is what I really look like. This is me for real. There. Like, ignore this. That's me. This is the real me. And everyone who's been following me long enough knows that it's true. I post this image all the time. It embodies my entire energy. So, yeah, don't let my youthful, webcam fool you. This is my, yes, It's Me World says it's her true form. That's my true form, yes. And Super Sci-Fi Dude said, Granny, can I get a chocolate chip cookie? I can probably make them! Crossmere Girl Ovia said, you must be using a phenomenal filter for the face cam, KN. Yeah, I know. It's actually my dope face cream. Yeah, you see the difference here? I just put on like a really nice face cream before I live stream and before I go to live in-person events, so Yeah, Sky said face reveal? Yes, ignore this one. This is the fake one. Grandma is the real one. I am your grandmother, all of you. And that's how you should think of me. I'm your internet grandma, and that's all there is to it. No complaints, no edits, that's it. I am your internet grandma. I've been here for 1,000,000 years. Near the start of the age of YouTube, I am ancient. So that's my answer to that question. Sweet said, the last time I remember you cooking something, you set off the fire alarm. Well, it's been a while since I set off the fire alarm. But yeah, I was doing a cooking video with Rouge, and I filled the house with smoke, and the fire alarm went off, and I did not do that for the lulz. I actually set off the fire alarm. I'm really quite a bad cook. I don't cook food for myself more so than I assemble. I put food together. I put salad in a bowl and I put stuff on top of it. I don't like sit there with a skillet making nice stuff. Online Devil said Kayan was born in 1930? Maybe. I'd say I was born earlier than that. I am ancient. Absolutely ancient. Nephilis said Dark Falcon said, I'm a 100-year-old demon in an almost 27-year-old body. Me? Yes, I can identify with this. Except, I think I cannot classify myself as a demon. It would not be possible. I'm like an elemental made of sugar cubes. That's me. Sugar cubes and coffee and pumpkin pie. Yes, Starkiller, I am also your grandma. I'm everybody's grandmother. That's me. Sweet said, did you meet King Arthur? No, I wasn't cool enough. I never made it to the round table to meet all those guys. Blazing Rose Ninja said, I am an ageless being. Yes, you are. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I think I was supposed to be drawing a picture. Storm your shoes! I forgot. I don't want to go on. What a great photo of myself. But I need to look at Storm the Albatross. I'm scared because I'm gonna specify that I need to see his shoes, which often, yeah, that got a little messed up immediately. I want the shoes, thank you. Maybe the official ones. You know what? This is a decent render of what the shoes look like. Okay. Alright, here we go. We need this part. Thank you. Oh my gosh, shoes. Alright, that's what we're looking at now, folks. Let's get rid of this part so I can see better. Okay, and I know it's like the wrong angle, but he doesn't have the most complicated shoes ever, so I think that should be enough to get me where I'm going here. Aw, this is cute fan art. I'd show that one, except I don't know who drew it because it's on Pinterest. Giganzilla 2004 said, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm in a good mood today. I'm having fun. I get to hang out with you guys. I get to draw pictures. My friends are happy and healthy right now. So, things are well. Things are well. Let's see. Storm, let me get, like, your body shape in here at least. That's fine. And then his little noodle legs kick in. They're thinner, perhaps, than the ones that I drew, but I need to start on this one. Maybe like that. He's got a big buff body on the top and skinny legs to hold him up. Hi, Rui. Rui said, man, I'm late. How you doing, KN? I'm doing pretty good. I've spent an hour and a half trying to draw this man, but I keep getting distracted and talking to the chat. That's why I don't do work streams very often. I keep thinking about it, But I kind of, like, I can't help it. If, like, everybody's here, I'm like, I draw a little bit, then I'm like, oh, hi guys, how you doing, what's up? And then I get off, like, I can't, I can't multitask very well. It's a weakness of mine. However, a strength I do have is the ability to really zero in and focus on one thing for many, many hours at a time. However, I can't do that and jump between other tasks, or else I have a really hard time concentrating on any of them. I got a it's like tunnel vision or nothing. Sorry, the music got good. I mean, it is Sonic music. It's pretty much always good. Okay, I'm gonna keep those legs the way they are and draw his gigantic shoes. I don't know if I gave him legs long enough for this, but, let me, I'm just gonna roll with what I got. If it looks weird, I'll fix it. Wait, no, what's wrong? Here? Oh man. Okay, fine. I drew some things on the same layer that I didn't mean to. That happens sometimes. I'm kind of a mess in terms of my organization. That's maybe a weakness I have. I just want to draw the man's sock, okay? Oh, that looks pretty sloppy. Sorry guys, hang on a second. Okay, and now that I did that, let me redo this part. I liked the shape kind of, but the smoothness of the line bothered me. That one's okay. Now let me change this one. Dude's got big shoes. Yeah, I like that a little more, but I am gonna change the sock again now. It's kind of like it's a little bit of trial and error for me until I get the placements that I like. Yeah, that's looking a little better. This music's so much fun. It's hard not to dance. Hi, Multi-Mega Man. Welcome to the chat. Welcome back, Kel978. Agent Nova said, forget big meaty claws, we got big meaty shoes. Roly Polio 4 said, is there even a single bad Sonic song? I think that some people have, like, differing thoughts on the music, which, you know, of course they do, but even music in the Sonic series, I wasn't really sure about at first. I warmed up to it after a bit. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's a jam. They're all jams. Concentrate, girl. At least get the main lines done. That would be nice. Okay, let me see. How does Storm's shoe work from this? Okay, so first I'm gonna do the bottom of the shoe. There. And he's got like a white section here, and then the yellow strap on the top. Okay, that's how we're going for this, fellas. Let me make another shoe layer here. Okay. This one is slightly turned, which does mean it's similar to the reference image I have. There's a little mark there. Maybe here too. Yeah, that's fine. Nope. I think I clicked that too many times, but that's okay. I like the concept here, but we're working on the shape. Okay, now we gotta go back to Socktown. It's not like you see like their shoes very often, but it still has to look good, because sometimes it does show up. Hi Joan Umpire, welcome! I've been trying to draw Storm, but as per usual when I stream, I have trouble concentrating, so I've been talking to the chat a lot. Oh, I did the stripe wrong. Okay, I gotta go back. I got mixed up and did it like the opposite direction. You know what? From this angle, you can't really see it. It probably looks like the whole thing, but it's supposed to be from heel to mid here. There we go. And the yellow stripe. There we go. Okay, let's, oh yeah, I gotta clean that up maybe a little bit. Okay, let's get rid of these lines. Nope, wrong layer. Okay, where is that? It's here. Tiny little thing. Thank you, Ultimate Smasher. They were saying the drawing's looking good. Thank you. And Skylar 200 said, like I said, he's rocking size 20s. And thank you, Princess Vertera. They were saying your render of Storm looks fantastic. Guys, it's looking decent so far, which is good. I'll do a little bit of cleanup on him, obviously, and, like, I'll keep working on the guy later. However, because, like, I can see that there's some issues here. I'm gonna... Okay, all this? Let me see. Okay. This part is what I have to separate out. There we go. Alright, now which one of you is the body? Okay. I haven't been labeling my lines, so I'm getting confused now. Okay, all of these are basically the shoes and the legs. Okay. I am actually gonna merge those right now for simplicity's sake. Call it legs. Leg D. That's lovely. Legs. Okay. Good. Alright, so, a problem I'm having right now is actually this is not large enough. Oh. I will get to that soon. Needs to, yeah, that looks better. It just seemed like this foot was not as big as the other one, but also, let's flatten it out a little. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Alright, let's get my lines drawn back in there. Here we go. It's time for some Knuckles music. Claptrap says it looks really great so far, thank you! Alright, stop dancing, girl. we got work to do still. Let me get... a separate layer for the tail is fine. I can't see what I'm writing. I think that's good. And I'll give him a bigger stripe there. There we go. Okay. Now, to avoid confusion, this is like probably the last thing I have time for, so I'm gonna make some time to do this. Okay. I'm gonna make some blocks of gray so that the drawing kind of makes a little more sense. Oh yeah, it's hard to... It's not always easy to decide where these things go, but it'll make more sense once I get the color blocking down. Okay, because the hands and arms... This also helps me get, like, the layering correct. This from here... Although I already know ahead of time that this is going to be showing the jewelry needs to go under the crossed arms and the gray block. Oh, it's so sad. Oh. I was just sad that I'm like covering the jewels. No, wrong layer, wrong layer. Okay. Okay, the block. Here, here. Let's merge these, because those are all the lines. Goes under the color block for the jewelry. And color block for these. I misspelled that, but that's okay. We're just trying to make it so we can see where all the lines go. Okay, and a color block for the head. Alright, mostly, again, just making it so it's a little more visible since I drew, like, lines on top of each other so that he'll be more, movable, I guess. Oh, okay. I gotta keep an eye for Vinny's stream, though, because they're gonna start pretty soon. Where's the chest floof? There we go. No, no, no. Color block. Sorry, squad. Oh, the chest floof. I need to turn the layers on here. Where was that? Where was the arms? This part, I'm gonna have to be kind of careful. Because the arms do go in front of a lot of it, but not all of it. I don't know why I deleted that line. I'm gonna have to figure out what I did that for. Why did I delete that? I don't know what happened there, but I'll figure it out later. What is this? The chest floof? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Alright, let's get our lines in here. Yeah, I just noticed this part of the line right there is missing when it should not be. I'll just have to draw it back in again. Here we go. Alright, and behind the... everything else I think I can do on the same layer. Color block here. Random keyboard showing up. Okay. Trying to do stuff here. Alright, and there's some edits I gotta make to this thing as I go to kind of clean them up, but this at least is the basics of the big guy, and we can see how the lines work now that I added like the little color blocks in there, so they're not overlapping each other. There we go, we don't have to make a nice shoe, this is just for visual purposes. Yeah, there we go. Alright, there's Storm, you're freaking huge. Hold on a second. Let me turn this back on because Big is a similar size. I just have to make sure Storm is not like massively outsized compared to other characters. Okay. I mean, oversized, I guess. Big move aside for just a second. No. There. I mean, not like Big isn't also pretty large. I think that seems fair enough in terms of size, so I think that's where we're gonna stop today. Alright, we got it! Okay, I've got more work to do on this guy, but that is all the time that I have for today, because Vinny is going to be streaming pretty soon. Let me go see if he started yet. Vinny, begin. Yeah, I want to link you guys over to Vindo channel, so where is it? I can't see anything. Vindo, begin. Because you're my hero, you came to rescue me, and now you set me free. There's so much that I wanna make you see. Sorry, it's adorable. I'm looking for Vinny's stream at the moment. I don't think that he's technically started just yet. Who's that? Who's texting me over here? Nope, that's not him. Yeah, I'm looking for him so I can send you guys over to his stream, so I think I'm gonna keep refreshing so we know where to go. refresh. Give us our boy. Well, anyway, everyone was saying that he looks good so far. Online Devil said, I think he started a few seconds ago. Thank you. I'm looking for it. I want to be able to link everybody. Do I really have to go to my... No! I keep seeing the wrong person. That is not Vinny. That is another person who's doing some hard work over there. I still don't see it. Not yet. Please! Please! Show me Vinny. Yeah, if you guys see Vinny start, let me know. I'm stalling for time until it begins so I can link him. He didn't send me a link ahead of time. John S33 said, okay, thanks for the stream. Had a good time. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I think he hasn't quite started just yet. At least he's not, live. He's probably setting up. Like, it always takes me like 15 minutes to get ready, even though I have like a normal starting time, and he's got guests today. Here we go. I'll attend to this in a moment. And... And then Sweet said, I feel like a hawk staking its prey. Yeah, we're just here like watching, waiting. It could be any moment, but let me see. What can I do in the meantime? I shouldn't start anything else with a Storm here. Let me do this though, so I got his little section there. We'll turn off Big Coup. And let's see. Let's move the squad to the side. Here we go. Okay. And, oh, there you are. There you go. All right, there's the link. Vinny said, we've been laughing at you being worried about me starting on time. Well, technically not worried. I was stalling for time just to make sure I could get your link. But it looks like he has provided. The man has provided. All right, everybody, I pinned the link to Vinny's live stream. Everybody go over there. I can finish now in good conscience. See you guys over at Vinny's stream. Goodbye. Oh, am I even on the yes. Bye!
Do you like it?